Taking a look at the energy futures today, I want to focus on WTI crude. WTI crude having a good start to the week, up just shy of 3% today, right around the 58 level. So we saw a nice range today. We saw WTI rallying out of the gate, and we also saw Brent up, and also natural gas had a strong day as well. So some of the factors here when you look at the energy space, particularly when you look at the crude space, I think from a global perspective, what took place in Saudi Arabia over the weekend was certainly part of the focus today and had a impact on the pricing of crude oil moving forward. We saw a change in the energy minister for Saudi Arabia over the weekend. They removed the energy minister and brought in a new one that's related to the family there, and that was a big switch. I think somewhat unanticipated, and I also viewed as what perceived as a positive for crude pricing moving forward, now that it looks like Saudi Arabia is making some moves as far as internally how they want to carry themselves and structure themselves moving forward. Also, China imports ramping up. August imports were up for the month, and year to date we see China imports for crude up about 10%. So again, that trend in August was stronger than many market participants had anticipated. And I think that was another reason why we saw crude stronger to start the week. Looking at the trends in place, I want to point out a couple of things here now. At these levels, with crude trading right around the WTI trading right around that 58 level, that definitely breaks the downtrend from July. So we're seeing now that July downtrend being breached to the upside. So it does appear the momentum is now firmly in place towards the upside now that it's been able to take out that downward sloping trend. And now if you look from the August lows, you're seeing a series of higher lows and higher highs as well. So the shorter term trend, even from the last few weeks, is now positive as well. And we continue to see this series of higher lows and higher highs. And I think that's another positive here as we see WTI pushing back up here towards pushing that 60 level here. And also U.S. dollar, a very weak start for the week as well, and we see a downward trend last week. We see the U.S. dollar pushing back down to the low 98 level, and I think that's another catalyst here. It's perceived as a tailwind to the commodity space when you see the dollar come under some selling pressure coming off those recent highs, and I think if that trend was to continue, that's also another positive for the short term when you look at the WTI space.